What's going on, guys? It's me, RambaFitness, and this is just a quick video addressing something that's been on my mind. I see a lot of you using your genetics as a reason why you can't lose the weight or you can't gain the muscle mass. And in my opinion, that's just a poor excuse. There are some people lucky enough to be born with six packs, and there are some people unlucky enough to be overweight from birth or from young. And it's just the way, it's just the luck of the draw, it's just the cards you're dealt with. But what you have to do, you have to play with those cards. Genetics are just your starting point to your fitness journey. I know you've heard it before, that person who's a bit on the overweight side but don't want to blame themselves. So they say, I'm not fat, I'm just big bones. Well, I hate to break it to you, but there's no such thing as being big bones. Stop using your metabolism as an excuse not to be able to lose weight, and stop using your metabolism as an excuse not to be able to put on muscle. The way I see it, genetics is just your starting point in the fitness journey. You should never let genetics shape your body and never allow genetics to put a glass ceiling over your progress. Genetics are just your starting point. I cannot stress that enough. Here's the way I see it. If you have good fitness genetics, it's equivalent to being born rich. When you're born rich, it's easy to stay rich. However, if you take your money or genetics for granted, you can easily lose it all. On the other hand, if you're born poor or born with poor fitness genetics, it's harder for you to gain money. However, with hard work and determination, you can eventually become rich. It's important to remind yourself that fitness is a lifestyle choice and it's not just a hobby. It's not something you just quickly do a month before a holiday. It's something you do day in and day out. It's the way you eat, the way you sleep, and the way you train every day. Fitness is a marathon and not a sprint. It doesn't matter where you start, the main thing is that you will eventually finish that race. Even if it's at walking pace, you will eventually get to the finish line. Whether you're born a beast, whether you're born with the ability not to gain much muscle, whether you're born weak, whether you have a dodgy left shoulder or a dodgy left knee, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you're participating in that race, that you're looking at your body with an objective eye, you're being honest with yourself, you're analysing your weaknesses and you're working on them. You've got to sculpt yourself, you've got to chisel your own body. That's the only way this works. Like I said before, genetics is just your starting point. Don't let it define who you can be. Don't let it put a glass ceiling over your progress. You can be whoever you want to be, regardless of your starting point. You take what you got and you train with it. You just deal with it. It's just the way it is. Well, that's just my humble opinion. You can listen to it if you want, or you can keep using genetics as that excuse to why you can't reach your dream body. I hope you liked this video. If you did, click the like button, make sure you subscribe. Let's get RambaFit.